So today I thought I'd talk a little bit about killing off your characters, or as another author I've seen at a conference said, killing your darlings. A lot of people don't like to kill off their characters. I love it. I absolutely love killing characters in my books. Maybe that's a little morbid, but I just can't help myself. And there's several reasons for killing characters off. So today, I'm sorry, I'm looking at note cards, like I'm still getting comfortable, like rehearsing and everything for vlogs, so forgive me because I am looking at note cards today. So some of the things that some authors debate about when they get ready to kill a character is first off, is it going to be your main character or is it going to be a secondary character? Main characters, man, audiences get mad when you kill a main character. I would know. I actually killed a main character, not in any of my published works or soon-to-be published works, but in a fan fiction that I did. Yeah, I did the fan fiction thing. Who hasn't? Wow, I caught so much backlash for that. And I don't know, I liked it. I was like, wow, like I really hit a nerve with people. And so I realized that even though some audiences might get extremely mad, as long as you have a valid reason of why the character is to be killed off, whether main character, which is huge, or secondary, usually you're going to get angry people, but you're also going to get people that were touched by it and understand that the reason for the death was actually needed. So some of the things that I have here is it necessary to kill the character? Do you have to kill the character? Do you just maybe need to torture them? Do they need to almost like come to the brink of death and then come back from it in order for them to realize some things? For me, like I said, it's all about death, not necessarily my main characters, but actually in the contemporary that I'm working on, I have a death of a character. And it actually doesn't happen until the third book, and, well, it's a secondary character, sort of like a main character. It follows a group of characters, these books, and I'm actually more attached to this character than I am my actual main character. But this character's death is essential. It's a catalyst for the main character, and it helps the main character strengthen in ways she didn't know that she could, you know, possibly find within herself. So it's a tragic death, but it's an essential death to the story. And even though it happens later on, like in the third book, closer to the end, there's a whole reason why this character had to die. And really, I start setting that up in book 1. So those of you that are hint takers, when I actually start publishing this contemporary, you're probably going to start looking for those hints from book 1 on. So hers is a necessary death. Sometimes people kill off characters simply because they're annoyed. They're annoyed with the story, they're annoyed with the plot, something's just not working, so hey, I'll kill a character. Sometimes that works, a lot of times it doesn't. If you're having a plot problem or a scene problem or a problem progressing with the story, you want something big to happen, sometimes death can work. You have to do it really, really right. Most of the time it'll just make people mad and they'll put the book down and walk away. I've done that. I won't lie. Like, you can just tell that the writer got stuck, didn't really know what to do, so they killed off a character. And 9 times out of 10 they kill off a fan favorite, and that's never fun. Another one is, do you just have too many characters? So you have too many characters, all these extras laying around, and you just start killing them off. I'm actually reading a book now where that's taking place, and I kind of feel like it's building for more. So I have all these extra characters that are being killed off to say, and I'm waiting for one of my favorite characters to get killed off so I can be like really angry and cry and sad and depressed. But the way these extras are being killed off, it's leading to something, it's building to something. Deaths are essential. So for that author, it was kind of like a kill one, or I should say, how would you say? It's a 2-for-1 deal, so you kill a couple and you get some other things out of it. It's almost like a murder mystery. It's really interesting. And then for some of us, and I've done this, I'm victim to this, a lot of you guys don't know this, is you kill characters off in revenge. And when I say revenge, I don't mean revenge because you are mad at somebody in the book. I mean revenge from people in real life. You've all heard that saying, don't make a writer mad, they'll get revenge in writing. It's true, I have a friend of mine who constantly nags me and heckles me about my writing. So I literally have a character in every single one of my books. That's just an extra who's not super important, and they die in every book. And that's literally like my revenge. It's my little secret, and that friend of mine knows about it, and it's pretty funny. He gets a good kick out of it. But yeah, it dies in every book. So that's kind of a revenge killing for me. You could have a revenge killing for the book, you know, a revenge killing protagonist, antagonist type thing. And those are really good too. Again, any death, for whatever reason, has to be done really, really well. And so I talked a little about main character, secondary character. With main characters, and sometimes with secondary characters, you run the risk of completely devastating your audience if you kill them off. So if you're going to kill off a main character, again, there has to be a super valid reason behind why you've done it. And you can't bring them back from death. So you can't have this like contemporary novel and then turn around 3 novels later and write like a vampire novel and this person comes back. I've seen it done with romances. Sometimes it works. Most of the time I'm just like, whatever. So make sure if you're going to kill the character off, you have a really valid reason, a good reason to devastate your audience, to anger your audience. And yeah, you can't bring that person back. Don't do it. People are going to hate you even more for it, trust me. So also with deaths, you can create greater hatred for your antagonist. So if the death is caused by your antagonist, which I actually have a very good death coming up in the 3rd Nether novel, from, I can't tell you which antagonist because there are obviously several in the Nether books, and it just really hones in on how much you just want to hate that antagonist because they kill a really beloved character. So it's really good if you want to really generate some more anger and hate towards your antagonist. Go ahead and kill off a character that way. And like I mentioned before with your main character, if you're killing off a secondary character or a character that the main character is very close to, is it a catalyst? Did you kill them because it's a catalyst? Is there something to be learned? Like in the book that I'm reading now, some of the people are dying. It's kind of like a murder mystery. Follow the clues. So it's not really affecting the main characters too much right now, but I have a feeling towards the end of the book they're going to be really affected by it. So make sure that it ties in with the actual storyline. It ties in with your main character. What's going on there? What's driving it? What's going to uproot your main character and just totally screw up their world by this actual death. So keep that in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry, I'm reading off note cards today. I'm still getting used to it. So just make sure when you're killing off people that you have a good reason. I mean, we all like death. Okay, I don't mean like we all like death realistically in real life. I'm just saying like in books. I actually love when characters die, provided they have a valid reason. And I love to write characters getting killed off with a valid reason. I love to draw that emotion from the audience, the anger, the hatred, the hate mail. I've got some hate mail. Trust me. I actually got hate mail for the first Nether book when I killed Ava's mom. You won't believe how many people attacked me over that. But Ava's mother had to die for a reason. It was Ava's catalyst. It pushed Ava into motion. Without that death, and trust me, I tried to write it where her mother was just in a coma. It didn't work. Her mother needed to die in order for Ava to be pushed forward and become what she's become and to keep driving this story along. So just keep that in mind when you're writing character deaths. And if you don't have character deaths in your book, congratulations. That's great. I don't know. I don't think I've written a book that hasn't had some kind of character death in it. Morbid topic today, guys. Sorry, but I don't know. I just think that a character death really draws emotion from the reader, and it really draws different emotions from all of the different characters in the book and how their world is affected by it. So take it into consideration. Just don't do it if you're having a problem with the plot. It's not going to solve the problem with the plot. It might even make it worse. So make sure you have a valid reason. Make sure it could possibly be a catalyst to push your main character and emotion. And just have fun with it, guys. I mean, you're not going to go out and kill somebody in real life. God, that's horrible. Like, it's horrible to even think about it. But, you know, we kind of get to play God a little bit in our books. So, be crazy. Every writer's crazy. So just, you know, try and have fun with it. I've tried to have fun with it. I've often cried when I killed characters off in my book. I know I'm going to cry when I kill this person off in my contemporary because I am so attached to this character and I really, really, really don't want them to die. But I know that they have to. And there's nothing that I can do to prevent it. So if you have any questions, go ahead and send me an email. I'm actually getting a lot of emails, which is great. So keep them coming, guys, because I love to hear from you. I'm trying to answer all of them as much as possible. Any comments? Have you killed off any of your characters? How do you feel about characters dying in a book? Do you get mad right away? Do you stop reading the book? Do you continue it? So yeah, let me know, because I'd really like to hear what you guys think about killing off your darlings in a novel. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Bye.